it's also been really great for our actors because they're acting against something that's visually there. It's not the same as green screen or motion capture. They are stepping into our grid world and reacting with it.
It sounds great. Can you give us any hints on the story, or would that be spoilers?
Without any spoilers, we are giving you a classic underdog tale. We are putting you straight into the driver's seat, right in the middle of the Grid World Series, where you'll be facing off against the all-dominant Raven West team. That is a team that does not like to share the tarmac. And for the rest of the story, well, you just have to wait and see.
But let's talk gameplay. We saw a new big range of vehicles in that trailer. Can you talk about those a little bit?
Oh, yeah, there are so many vehicles. We are giving you big rigs, stadium trucks, drift cars, open wheelers, muscle cars, electric cars. We are giving you hypercars like the Aston Martin Valkyrie. Have you seen that car? And we are also giving you multi-class mixed racing, which means that you can take any of those cars and put them together on the same track.
Well, I just saw a big rig take out an open wheeler in the trailer, and I love it. So is there anything else that you can tell us about Grid Legends?
Without giving too much away, there is a ton of new stuff for the fans to sink their teeth into, including some new modes such as boost mode and elimination mode. We've also got some fancy new locations like the iconic city of Moscow. We've also got the beautiful city of London as well, so you can drive right past Buckingham Palace, or you could travel to the stunning Strada Alpina and take one of our beautiful hypercars to its limit.
All right, well, you heard it here first. Storytelling and extended reality, mixed class racing, new modes, new locations. This is beyond exciting. So Becky, thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you, Austin.
Of course. All right, folks, so we're just getting started. We've seen Grid Legends, and now it's time for a different breed of legend. Two years ago, Apex Legends came out of nowhere. And now 100 million players and 17 Legends later, it just keeps getting bigger. We've got more modes, more maps, more platforms for play, and of course, more Legends. So what's next for Apex? Well, today, we have answers. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Apex Legends Emergence.
Change. I see it in everything. I see it in a boy rocked by tragedy, transform his pain and defy reality. I see it in the warrior who must choose between their new life and the annihilation of their home. I see it in a girl tortured by revenge, embrace hope when love awakens her heart. I see it in me. A boy born under a bad omen, turn his tale into a legend. Change is relentless. But that does not mean it cannot be beautiful. Your true nature. Know that you are not alone. Change comes for us all. All of us thrown together, so the flame can burn its brightest. Change. Fight it and fall. Accept it and rise above.
Wow. I'm standing here like slack-jawed watching this because there's so much to unpack from that trailer. So let's go ahead and meet the man with all the answers, Apex game director, Chad Grenier. So happy to have you here, Chad.
Thanks, Austin. I'm happy to be here. Before we get started and get into it, I want to give a shout out to the amazing developers at Respawn.
Hey.
All right, well, a subset of them. If you love Apex, it's because of these amazing developers that are working hard creating Apex Legends for us.
Well, big love to the whole Respawn team, especially whoever came up with Lifeline, because that's my girl. But okay, there's a lot for us to talk about, but you know I'm geeked about Seer, so can you tell us some more about his abilities? I saw this man stare through walls. He's got drones coming out of his chest. Please tell me about his kit.
Yeah, similar to Bloodhound, Seer is all about tracking enemies, but in a different way and has a very unique kit. So while you're aiming down the sights, you'll have a heartbeat sensor that will give you hints as to where an enemy might be. If you think you've located them, you can use your tactical, which sends out some of those drones out of your chest and will actually reveal and track the enemy's location. The ultimate is really powerful, especially in certain gameplay situations. You can send out hundreds of micro drones and create a sphere around an area that you choose, and all enemies that are moving quickly through that space are tracked.
I love when there's new abilities that kind of change the game, because this game obviously is always changing, always evolving, and whenever there's a new legend, there's always an interesting shift in the meta. So with those incredible abilities, how do you think that Seer is going to change the game?
Yeah, again, I mentioned Bloodhound also as a tracker, but unlike Bloodhound, Seer is about very precise and lingering information. So he's a bit more of a stealth-oriented legend, and you're going to see, I think, some interactions because of that sphere I mentioned, his ultimate. If you're moving quickly through that space, your footsteps are revealed. But now if you're walking slowly, you can avoid the detection. And so I think you'll see some interesting gameplay experiences and new ways to play with slowing it down a bit.
Yeah, it sounds like once the ring gets tight especially, you're going to have a lot of new ways to play this game. But this past season, for instance, it felt like Apex really moved beyond Battle Royale with the introduction of arenas. So what's the reaction been like for you guys?
The fan reaction has been really great. We're seeing a lot of players enjoy arenas, which is awesome. We're really excited to finally have a way to play Apex Legends beyond Battle Royale. And yeah, people are loving it. So we've got new maps in the works and some other things coming I don't want to talk about just yet, but we've got a lot planned for arenas.
All right, fair. Well, I do know that you guys announced ranked arenas are coming as well. So can you give us some information on that?
Yep, so we've got one season of arenas under our belts now. We wanted to make sure that we were seeing how players were adapting to the mode, make sure to get the balance right, make sure that the price and the economy is correct. And now we'll be introducing the ranked mode in Emergence. So it's a bit of a different ranked system than we have in the Battle Royale mode. So we're really excited for you to get your hands on it.
Well, it's really cool to see Apex always doing new things. Like, for instance, leaning into the competitive scene with things like the Apex Legends Global Series. So are we going to see more of the ALGS?
Absolutely. We just ended year one of ALGS. Our championships recently concluded, and it was amazing. There's like so many tactics and amazing plays in there. Many teams were fighting for the championship in the last round. We hit record numbers, so we're really excited in September to be kicking off year two of the ALGS. And for the first time, we're going to be inviting PlayStation and Xbox players to compete alongside the PC players, really see who's best, and an all-new league format. So we have more information at playapex.com/ALGS.
Well, I am beyond looking forward to it. And Chad, before you go, I have to ask, when can we see more from Seer?
We've got an awesome gameplay trailer coming on Monday, and Emergence drops on August 3rd. And for now, I can show you a finisher.
Of course, please.
This game demands so much of us. But from you. She demands everything.
Yeah, that's all I need to see. It's so awesome. But Chad, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Austin.
Of course, of course. And again, big shout out to the whole Respawn team. Now for the Apex fans watching us on Twitch today, Respawn is hooking you up with an exclusive Jumpmaster gun charm, so make sure you've got your Twitch and EA account linked and keep watching the show to earn that drop. But that's not the only thing we're giving out today. Keep an eye out for the hidden letters that spell out a secret phrase, because at the end of the show, we'll give you a link where you can enter that code for your chance to win some great prizes, including codes for EA originals like Knockout City and It Takes Two. So speaking of originals, let's head across the ocean for some stop motion and check out a soon-to-be-released EA original, Lost in Random.
And just like that, young Austin found himself introducing a new segment.
Hello?
He stalled, bewildered by the voice coming from somewhere unknown. Somewhere random.
Okay. All right, anyway, it's coming soon and it looks really cool.
Austin stopped himself. He'd forgotten to mention the Tribeca Film Festival selection.
It was a selection at the Tribeca Film Festival.
He tried the line again, more enthusiastically.
Look, man, I'm trying to run a whole show.
More enthusiastically. Really selling it.
Could you just let me intro the segment? Thank you. It was an official Tribeca Film Festival selection this summer, and it's coming soon. Joining us from Gothenburg, Sweden to tell us more is Zoink creative director Olav Redmo.
Hello, Austin.
How's it going, Olav? Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on Tribeca. It's so cool to see video games right next to movies being regarded as they should be.
Thank you, Austin. I'm so proud of the Sonic team and what we've accomplished, and I'm so happy about the selection because Lost in Random is really inspired by all these movies that I grew up with and stop-motion animation and dark fairy tales. And at Sonic, we're always trying to push narrative in video games, so I'm so happy, yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see more. Olav of my life. What do you have for us today?
I'm super pleased to share a first look at one of our most unique aspects of Lost in Random's gameplay, Dice Battle, which is an exciting, explosive blend of real-time action and time-stop tactics, where every roll of the dice unleashes incredible powers out of the head of your Jack-in-the-Box buddy, Dicey.
Well, it sounds awesome, so let's take a look.
Once upon a time, there were two devoted sisters named Even and Odd. Cruelly separated by an evil queen and the roll of a dice.
I'm coming!
Together with this little fella, Even was determined to rescue her beloved sister.
Come on, Dicey!
In this strange and fascinating world of random, adventure and combat go hand in hand. And many peculiar characters await. Some will help her.
You mean this one?
And some won't.
That's against the rules. Oh, sure. A little girl with a dice.
Those coins can be traded for cards.
Cards, cards. I got cards here, the greatest cards in the land.
Ooh, cards contain new attacks, abilities, and more. All of which come in handy during Dice Battle.
Ready, Dicey?
Even uses her slingshot to attack deadly foes. This can knock off energy cubes used to feed her strange companion Dicey. And once fully charged, Even can roll Dicey and freeze time itself. Let's see how she uses it. Oh, impressive. Well done, Even. Nice. Ooh, that was a good one. Raven's quest will take her across all 6 realms of random. Even must roll the dice and play the odds. But just a chance at saving her sister.
Random rules. Long may she reign.
Dicey, wait!
My child, your sister.
Just from that alone, I already need to play this game. It looks so cool. But what can you tell me about these combat cards that we're seeing?
Cards are just one part of Dice Battle, but I love the way they look, so I brought a few members as a gun charm in one of my current favorites, Apex. So keep an eye out for that.
Well, you all heard it here first. And Olav, thank you so much for joining us today.
It has been my absolute pleasure, Austin, and welcome to Random.
Thanks. Well, there you have it. Lost in Random is coming soon, but there's another EA original that's already here. And it's bringing that throwback playground heat to the masses. That's right. I'm talking about Knockout City. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Oh. Woo! Dropped earlier this year, Knockout City has had one hell of a summer, and they're just getting warmed up. Here with more is Karthik Bala from Velan Studios in New York.
Thanks, Austin. We're so grateful to our community for the massive response to Knockout City. With millions of new brawlers, hundreds of thousands of crews, and nearly 1 billion KOs landed, your response has really been a knockout. As an indie team dedicated to taking creative risks, having all of you embrace this unique thing we've made is an amazing feeling. And I just want to say thank you. At launch, we promised you new features and updates that keep the game fresh and exciting. Today, I'm here to deliver on that promise. On behalf of the whole Velan Studios team, it's my absolute thrill to present Knockout City Season 2, Fight at the Movies.
In a world of chaos, where mayhem rules the streets, is anyone strong enough to stop the unstoppable? A world where one hero rises to meet instant regret. A world where lovers chase their passions and feel the burn. A world where terror lurks high above. Where warriors fight for dodge brawl supremacy. And teensy, tiny brawlers battle it out in a child's bedroom? This season, bring your moves to the movies. Coming July 20... Oh man, that voice is murder on the pipes. The Hollywood Drive-In opens July 27th. We'll see you at the movies. It's showtime.
You saw it. We got new skins. We got a new ball. Knockout City, baby. Season 2 arrives July 27th. And remember, you can play for free up to street rank 25. So get in. You might come across me and my crew. We're called That Baseline. You won't beat us because we're really good, but you'll have fun. And right now, it's available on all platforms with crossplay. So if you haven't yet, go ahead, get in there and give it a whirl. All right, everyone. The moment that you have been waiting for is here. You've seen the trailers, you've read the hot takes, and you already know that Battlefield is back, baby. You hear me? It's back. Battlefield is back, baby. It's Battlefield. I can't wait to wingsuit surf a tornado. This game is gonna be so good. And in just a moment, we're revealing a brand new Battlefield 2042 experience. But first, for those who haven't been paying attention, here's what you've been missing out on.
God, look at these maps.
That's so cool. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
This is awesome.
Do it! Wait, so...
On behalf of our entire team, we hope you're thrilled with what you've seen so far from Battlefield 2042. But this is just the beginning. We have so much more to show you. Battlefield 2042 is built up by 3 epic experiences. Firstly, of course, all-out warfare that we showed you earlier. Secondly, Hazard Zone that we'll show off later this year. And now, a new community-driven experience that we're happy to share with you today. Built by our old friends over at Triple Effect, formerly Dice LA, it's an experience designed from community feedback. It's an experience we've dreamt about building for over a decade. So, let's have a look.
This looks incredible. There's so many crazy things happening in this trailer. We got knives versus defibrillators. We got soldiers from every era. I have so many questions, so let's bring on an expert. Here to help us out is the general manager of Ripple Effect. We've got Christian Grass. Welcome, Christian.
Hey, Austin. Thanks for having me. Super excited to be here.
Of course. Thank you for being here. Now, that trailer, absolutely ridiculous. Like, what the hell did we just see?
So what you just saw was the Battlefield Portal. It's a new community-driven experience that gives players the freedom to write their own rules and shape their own battlefield. You can mix and match content from Battlefield 1942, Bad Company 2, BF3, and Battlefield 2042 to create brand new game modes. Then you can share and discover those on the Portal platform. And that's just what's coming at launch. This is a real love letter to the fans from our incredible team.
And and this is your squad.
Yes, this is the fantastic Ripple Effect team, and they deserve all the credit in the world for creating this great experience. We've had so much fun bringing back some of the most beloved vehicles, gadgets, weapons, and maps from past titles.
Well, thank you all.
Huge, huge credit to this amazing team and everyone who's made Battlefield 2042 possible.
All right, so to bring it back, when you say beloved maps, we're talking Caspian Border?
Yes.
Arica Harbor?
Yes.
El Alamein?
Yes, El Alamein is also included. It's actually my all-time favorite map. Plus, we have Noshar Canal, Battle of the Bulge, and Valparaiso. And of course, all 7 of the new epic scale maps already announced for 2042, they're also playable in Portal.
I love it. I love it. But this is more than just maps, right?
Absolutely. Portal is a chance for the community to drive the platform. There's a whole slate of customization options and even an advanced logic editor for you to play around with. Tools that were previously only available to us on the development team.
So that trailer, it was just packed with a ton of crazy moments. So I'm curious, how wild can we actually get with Portal?
You can get pretty wild.
Yeah? Okay, so can I pit World War II against 2042?
Yes, you can.
Okay, what about game modes? Can I make an infection mode where it's me against a ton of super fast soldiers with knives?
Absolutely.
Okay, what about shoddy snipes? But not just regular shoddy snipes, like a gun game with a whole bunch of shoddy snipes from all throughout history.
That is a very specific idea there, Austin, but yes, actually you can.
Batting 3 for 3, bring it home. Can I play as a penguin with a flamethrower?
A penguin with a flamethrower?
Yeah.
No, I mean, look, there are some limits. It's not a level editor. You can't edit the maps themselves. And no, you can't play as a penguin with a flamethrower.
All right, that's fine. That's fine, I had to ask. But it does sound like there's a ton to play around with.
Oh, yes. The options are pretty deep, and we're committed to working with the community to build out this suite of tools and content as the game evolves. We want this experience to go where you want to take it. We see this sandbox as a big part of the future of Battlefield 2042.
Well, I assume that the community is going to have a field day with this.
I really hope players will embrace Portal. That's who we built it for. In fact, we gave a sneak peek to a few members of the community to see what they could come up with.
Oh, okay. I assume my invitation got lost in the mail, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's check it out.
2 teams and 2 VIPs, but only one way to score. This is VIP Fiesta by Courage. It's the US factions of Battlefield 3 and Bad Company 2, facing off on Arica Harbor with 24 players and random loadouts. Die and you'll redeploy with an all-new loadout. Track down that enemy VIP and make it count.
Position cleared and under control.
Or bring the power of 2042 to Caspian Border and take on the forces of 1942. This is Quality versus Quantity by Gabitron. A small squad from 2042 are taking on 32 players from 1942. The future's got the hardware, but the past's got the numbers. Destroy those MCOMs. But do it before your tickets are up. You're not getting them back unless you clear the sector. Not enough memes? Fine. Set up on Orbital for the fight of your lives with Robot Man by Redacted. 20 duck-sized EOD bots, 1 horse-sized T-91. Settle your Battlefield debates on who wins what.
on, dude. Robot man, what? This looks so much fun, but I need to know. Just pretend like the cameras aren't here. Just me and you. Who's redacted?
Can't tell you that, sorry. But what I can tell you is that we're so excited for the players to create or simply discover their favorite new way to play Battlefield. And we can't wait to explore and try out the thousands of experiences our community will build once they have the tools in their hands.
And we get our hands on Portal at launch, right?
Yes. Okay. Portal will be available at launch, day one, along with a bunch of pre-made modes for you to try right away.
Okay, this is fantastic. Now, Christian, before you go, let me make sure that I have all of this straight. So on top of all the content and maps that have already been announced, we also get content from Battlefield 1942, Bad Company 2, and Battlefield 3, including 6 of the best maps of all time, and all that can be sliced, diced, and mixed together in Portal. And then we still have Hazard Zone coming later this year?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you, Austin. If you've always been a fan, or if you've never played Battlefield before, we want Battlefield 2042 to be the ultimate Battlefield experience.
Christian, just thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure, Austin. I'll see you on the battlefield.
All right, so Portal looks incredible, and we could end things there, but I don't think we're done just yet. We're gonna leave you with one more surprise. First, though, you remember that secret code? I hope you were paying attention because all of the letters have been revealed. So if you want to win some awesome games and gear, stick around because we're going to give you the link to enter in just a second. But for now, come with me. I hope you've enjoyed the show as much as I've enjoyed being your host. Now, my name is Austin Creed, and our last reveal is somewhere in there. But you know what? Why don't you go first?
de 2042. Mas antes, para quem não estava prestando atenção, aqui o que você perdeu. Olha esses mapas. Isso é incrível. Vai lá. Aê! Bom, em nome de toda a nossa equipe, esperamos que vocês estejam super empolgados do que você já viu até agora do Battlefield 2042. Mas isso é só o começo. A gente tem muito mais para mostrar para vocês. O Battlefield 2042 é feito de 3 experiências épicas. A primeira, claro, a guerra total que a gente mostrou antes. Segundo, a zona de perigo, Hazard Zone, que a gente vai mostrar mais para frente esse ano. E agora, uma experiência comunitária que a gente quer compartilhar com vocês hoje, construído pelos nossos amigos do Ripple Effect, que antigamente era da ICLA. É uma experiência feita para o feedback da comunidade, uma experiência que a gente sempre sonhou em ter já há mais de 10 anos. Vamos olhar. Nossa, que incrível! Tem muita doideira acontecendo nesse trailer. Tem facas contra desfibriladores, soldados de todas as eras. Eu tenho muitas perguntas. Vamos trazer o especialista para ajudar a gente, gerente-geral da Ripple Effect, Christian Grass. Bem-vindo, Christian. Oi, Ashley, obrigada por me receber. Estou feliz de estar aqui. Claro. Agora, esse trailer é ridículo, né? Que diabo foi isso que a gente acabou de ver? Não, o que você viu é o portal Battlefield. É uma nova experiência comunitária que dá aos jogadores a liberdade de escrever suas regras e moldar seu próprio campo de batalha. Você pode misturar conteúdo do Battlefield 1942, Bad Company 2, BF3 e Battlefield 2042 para criar novos modos de jogo totalmente novos. Então, você pode compartilhar e descobrir na plataforma. E isso é o que vai sair no lançamento. É uma carta de amor para os fãs da nossa equipe. E esse é o seu esquadrão. Sim, é a galera da Ripple Effect. Eles merecem todo o crédito no mundo por criar essa experiência. A gente já se divertiu muito, trazendo de volta alguns dos veículos, dispositivos, armas e mapas. Adoro que todo mundo gostava dos últimos títulos. Muito obrigada a todos vocês. Sim, todo o crédito para essa equipe, todo mundo que fez com que o Battlefield 2042 fosse possível. Bom, então vamos lá. Quando você fala nossos mapas preferidos, é Caspian Border, Porto Arica, sim, El Alamein? Sim, El Alamein também está incluído, que é o meu mapa favorito. E temos Nochar Canals, a Batalha do Bulge e Valparaíso. E, claro, todos os 7 dos novos mapas épicos já anunciados para o 2042. Também pode jogar com eles no portal. Adorei, mas é mais do que os mapas, né? Sim, o portal é a oportunidade da comunidade liderar a plataforma. Tem várias opções de customização e um editor de lógica avançado para você brincar ali. Ferramentas que antigamente só eram disponíveis para o pessoal do desenvolvimento. Então, esse trailer tinha uns momentos muito loucos, né? Então, curioso, dá para fazer coisas bem loucas nesse portal? Bastante. Então, por exemplo, eu posso colocar a Segunda Guerra Mundial contra 2042? Sim. E o modo de jogo? Eu posso fazer um modo de infecção, que sou eu contra um monte de soldados gordos com facas? Sim. E short snipes, mas não desses irregulares, como um jogo de armas com muitos short snaps de toda a história. Isso é bem específico, Austin, mas sim, é possível. Bom, batalhando 3x3, eu posso jogar como um pinguim com lança-chamas? Pinguim com lança-chamas? Não, peraí. Tem alguns limites, não é um editor de nível, você não consegue editar os mapas e você não consegue jogar como um pinguim com um lança-chamas. Não, tudo bem, eu queria só perguntar. Mas parece que tem muita coisa para jogar aí, né? Sim, tem muitas opções e a gente vai trabalhar com a comunidade para fazer essas ferramentas de conteúdo conforme o jogo vai evoluindo. A gente quer que essa experiência vá para onde vocês querem levar. A gente vê o Sandbox como parte do futuro do Battlefield 2042. Bom, imagino que a comunidade vai ter aí um passeio de campo com isso aí. Sim, espero que usem, por isso que a gente construiu. Na verdade, a gente mostrou para alguns membros da comunidade para ver o que eles podiam criar. Ah, bom, então acho que o meu convite se perdeu no e-mail, né? Mas tudo bem, vamos lá, vamos ver. 2 equipes e 2 VIPs, mas só uma forma de pontuar. É o VIP Fiesta do Courage. É as facções americanas do Battlefield 3 e Bad Company 2, lutando no Arica Harbor com 24 jogadores e loadouts aleatórios. Você morre e você vai voltar com um loadout totalmente novo. Rastreia o VIP do inimigo e faça contar. Ou traga o poder do 2042 para o Caspian Border e pega as forças de 1942. É qualidade versus quantidade, por Gabitron. Um pequeno esquadrão de 2042, combatendo 32 jogadores de 1942. O futuro tem o hardware, mas o passado tem os números. E você tem que destruir esses NCOMs. Mas faça antes de você acabar com seus tickets. Você não vai receber de volta, a não ser que você limpe o setor. Não tem os meios suficientes? Tudo bem. Estabelece o orbital para a luta da sua vida com o Robot Man do Redacted. 20 bots COD e um T-91 de tamanho total nos debates do Battlefield de quem vai ganhar o quê. Meu, Robot Man, isso é muito divertido, mas eu preciso saber. Esquece as câmeras, eu e você aqui. Quem é o Redacted? Não posso falar, desculpa. Mas o que eu posso dizer é que a gente está muito empolgado para os jogadores criarem ou simplesmente descobrirem sua nova forma preferida de jogar Battlefield. E a gente quer muito explorar e experimentar as milhares de experiências que a nossa comunidade vai construir quando tiverem essas ferramentas. E quando vai ser no lançamento, que vai ter o portal? Sim, o portal vai estar disponível no lançamento, no primeiro dia, com vários modos já pré-configurados para vocês experimentarem. Poxa, fantástico. Mas, Christian, antes de você ir embora, deixa eu ver se eu entendi tudo. Além de todo o conteúdo dos mapas que já foram anunciados, a gente também tem conteúdo do Battlefield 1942, Bad Company 2 e Battlefield 3, incluindo 6 dos melhores mapas. E tudo isso pode ser misturado no portal e a gente ainda assim tem o Hazard Zone mais tarde esse ano. Sim, é isso que eu estou falando, Austin. Se você sempre foi fã, ou se você nunca jogou Battlefield, a gente quer que o Battlefield 2042 seja a melhor experiência de Battlefield. Christian? Só agradecendo. Obrigada. De nada, Austin. A gente se vê no campo de batalha. Bom, o portal está incrível e a gente podia parar aqui. Mas eu não acho que a gente acabou ainda. a gente vai deixar mais uma surpresa para vocês. Primeiro, lembra aquele código secreto? Espero que você tenha prestado atenção, porque todas as letras já foram reveladas. Se você quer ganhar jogos e dispositivos, a gente vai dar o link já já para colocar o código. Mas, por enquanto, venham comigo.